Hello and welcome to A Little Story, How They Grow. My name is Sarah Scoggin and I'm the Early Childhood Librarian at Newburgh Free Library. This is the last in our video series about how to capture your little one's story as they grow from a baby. And I will put a card link up there for our previous videos. And today we're going to be talking about how to carry that storytelling into the future. So we started them just as little newborns and how we're documenting their first year especially, or first couple of years, but how will you continue to document the story of your little one when they're not so little anymore? There's lots of great ways to still keep telling the story of your child. So let's get to some of those. So the first idea that I really loved was from the Shutterfly site, and it's to make an ABC memory book. So instead of it being chronologically based, you could create a memory book with different letters of the alphabet. So you could have a child in a, say, Halloween costume with a pumpkin. So it could be is for Halloween or P is for pumpkin. But it could be just any picture of like Y is for yawn. And then you can just collect 26 of your favorite pictures or do a few for each letter and organize them that way just to make a sort of showcase of your little one. The next tip is to take the baby book to the next level. So there are journals out there that actually are designed to be used from pregnancy through age 18. So there are tons of prompts to remind you to write all different kinds of memories, quotes, things, hopes and dreams for the future. Say something like how you imagine their first day of school is going to be when they're a baby, and then how did it actually go when they got to their first day of school. Even if you just wrote one little paragraph in it every month, by the time your child got to be 18, you'd have all of these memories, a picture of their childhood. There's a journal out there that's called the Promptly Journal that actually comes with an app that has tons of reminders that it will send you so that you keep remembering to write things down in the book. If you don't have that journal, you could always create reminders for yourself even far in the future so that it would alert you, remind you to capture those special memories. If you didn't want to go all the way from birth through age 18, they are toddler journals that take the baby book through age 2 or through age 5. Another idea is to do a side-by-side type of scrapbook. This is a particular scrapbook that I had when I was a child. Orlando's Little Wild Friends is an actual story about a boy who's creating a sort of colored scrapbook. He colors in pictures of all the friends he meets on his travels, the little wild friends he meets for a little time when he's, say, camping, and then he has to move on to the next thing. But the point is that he's overcoming his shyness and he's sort of scrapbooking his way into learning. And so it came with a blank book. It was just blank colored paper inside bound together. So you can get any book, any notebook of blank paper, and have your little one, as they start to be able to draw and practice their writing, have them scrapbook or write sort of their own version of a journal of things that happened to them. Pre-K, kindergarten, kind of growing up. And it also has prompts and stickers that you can put in optionally, like what's my best friend now, what's my favorite place to sit, what's my favorite food, and then they can look back and say, oh, well, now I'm a little bit older and now maybe my favorite food has changed, but I'm looking back at myself just a few years ago and seeing already how I've grown. The next idea is to make a collaborative memory book. So sometimes you would include in a baby book something like a birthday card, but the idea is to actually send out a request to, say, a grandmother, a grandfather, an aunt, an uncle, a family friend, lots of people in your life that love your little one, and ask them to send in something, say their dreams or their favorite memory so far, some kind of prompt for them, and then have people send you things, pictures, anything that's special, and then create a sort of I love you from the whole family type of book. So not just a scrapbook, but a scrapbook put together by many people of family. The next idea is to create baby fortune cookies. I stumbled across this idea recently, and I will put a link down in the description for the recipe and instructions how to make homemade fortune cookies. And the idea being that each year on your baby's birthday or a special occasion, you would create the fortune cookies with either things they've said in the past year or funny quotes, hopes you have for them, just anything that you would like to include in sort of your baby book, but you get the added fun of having people at the party open the baby fortune cookies. You also could just get some fortune cookies. They do have party fortune cookies, and then save the most relevant one fortune that you happen to get. At the opposite end of the spectrum from the edible, we have the digital. So to create a digital memory book, which is different from backing up your baby pictures online or creating a digital book that is then printed, both of which are good things to do too. But this is actually a digital product that you create an online photo album, and you can share the whole album with whoever you choose online. So for example, the website archive.memories.net will let you have one free timeline that you can log in and create a timeline. There are many website creation tools that are just, click and drag, very simple to put in your content and label all your photographs. And then you have one product that you can send out a link. And most of these have good privacy setting. You can just check and make sure that you have a very strong privacy setting on it so that no one else can find your content. It's just, you can share it with whomever you choose. May you have too many happy memories to keep track. So that's all we have for you today. If you have any questions and you want to contact me, you can email sscoggan@rcls.org. Or you can call the Ask a Librarian line if you have any general questions about the library, and that is 845-391-0672. Thank you so much for watching.